Please join me in welcoming on stage the 44th President of the United States of America, Barack Obama.
Hello, everybody. Yebo Manzazi. It is wonderful to be back in South Africa. Everybody have a seat. Everybody have a seat. Relax. Yeah, I'm excited too. It is wonderful to be here with all these extraordinary young people, young people from across this magnificent country, but also from all across the continent. And I want to give special thanks and special welcome to those who are watching from Nigeria and Uganda and Kenya, a country obviously very close to my heart. You know, when I travel around the world, this is one of my favorite things to do. Meeting and talking with young men and women like you. And our format today, this town hall, is a long-standing tradition in America, and I get asked all sorts of things. I remember one event, a person asked a question that's often on a lot of people's minds when I show up, where's Michelle? Sometimes people ask me, you seem to have gotten so old since you were elected. What happened? So this format can be a little humbling, but it energizes me because it gives me a chance to hear from you directly, what you're thinking, what you care about, what your vision is. And I'm making this trip to Africa because I believe this is a region on the move. Even as this continent faces great challenges, and they are great, and we can't paper over them or pretend that those challenges don't exist. Even as too many Africans still endure tremendous hardship and great injustice, there is, as the song says, a new Africa, more prosperous, more confident, taking its place on the world stage. And one of the reasons is because of your generation. And it's fitting that we've gathered here in Joburg, in Soweto, because here we learn that history is in our hands. Not far from here, in Orlando West, two young men came of age who would transform this nation and inspire the world. Nelson Mandela and Desmond Tutu. And President Mandela once said that during all those years in that cell, it was his home here in Soweto, that small red brick house. That was what he called the center point of my world. And obviously, he's on our minds today. And we join the people of the world in sending our prayers to Madiba and his family because he still inspires us all. Now, not far from here, on a June morning, young students gathered in peaceful protest for the right to be taught in their own language, for the right to be treated like human beings. And after all the police bullets, after the smoke cleared, the world was shocked by that image, protesters holding the body of a young boy, Hector Peterson. And what a powerful tribute it is to Hector's sacrifice and to all who struggled that we can gather here today in a free South Africa, at a university that serves all South Africans. And I know the story of Soweto inspires you in your lives, but keep in mind it inspired me too. The uprising here helped open my mind to a broader world and to our responsibilities to choose between fairness and injustice, between right and wrong. And as a senator, during my first visit to South Africa, I was able to go to Hector Peterson's memorial and pay tribute to an African boy who moved the world. And humbled by the sacrifices of all who've gone before us so that we can stand here as free men and women, I'm honored to return to Soweto now as President of the United States of America. Now, tomorrow I'll be down in Cape Town at the University of Cape Town, and I'll speak about the future that we can build together, Africans and Americans. And that's where Robert Kennedy delivered his eloquent address to another generation of young people. The challenges of our world, he said, demand the qualities of youth. Not a time in life, but a state of mind, a temper of the will, a quality of the imagination, a predominance of courage over timidity, of the appetite for adventure over the love of ease. That's what young people are. That's the spirit of youth, and it's still true. And that's why 3 years ago I launched a new effort to make sure we're tapping those qualities of youth, the imagination, the courage, the yes we can attitude of young Africans like you. It's our Young African Leaders Initiative, and I kicked it off by welcoming young men and women from across Africa to the White House, and we had a town hall similar to this one. I think some of you were there, in fact. And since then, we've helped empower young people across this continent with new skills in entrepreneurship and leadership, and new partnerships in education and health and technology. You know, Michelle came here to Soweto for a forum with some inspiring young women. And she's here today in Josie, meeting with students who... Did I say that right? Yeah. Meeting with students who, like you, are going to determine the future of your countries. So today, I'm proud to announce a significant expansion of this initiative. We're launching a new program that's going to give thousands of promising young Africans, like you, the opportunity to come to the United States and develop your skills at some of our best colleges and universities. It's called the Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders, and I hope all of you apply because we're joining with our top schools, public and private. We'll focus on civic leadership and public administration and business and entrepreneurship, the skills you need to serve your communities.
News that moves. eNCA.com.